In the whispering hours of dawn, September 25th, Frank Flynn's masterful hands sculpted their final breath. 87 years of life, love, and artistry left an indelible mark on our world.
In fact, I worked till about 7 o'clock tonight in my studio working on a sculpture. But it's, it's just something I do and it doesn't influence people. Or my life doesn't influence people. I just do it because I don't have anything better to do. And I enjoy doing it.
Frank's creative journey wove a tapestry of beauty and wonder. Carnegie Tech and Rochester Institute of Technology nurtured his talent, but life itself was his true canvas. With chisel and imagination, Frank freed the hidden beauty within mahogany, marble, and metal. His art, a testament to the human spirit's capacity to create and transcend.
No, I'm just saying what I have to say or even showing my work isn't going to affect other people.
But Frank's legacy extends far beyond the boundaries of his studio. His stories, richly textured and infused with humor, transported us to realms both familiar and unknown. Frank was a rare gift to the world. Frank's word painted vivid portraits of love, loss, and the human condition.
Well, also, it's 86 years of experience. I've been making sculpture and showing it and selling it for 65 years. So I know people's reaction.
And you don't feel as if those 65 years is worth, explaining or exploring the conversation to other artists that's like you, because the world is very big, Frank. I'm quite sure that you have some kind of a tutelage to people that, are upcoming. That's how the world kind of revolves.
His memory, a treasure trove of wisdom and wit. In the realm of antique tools, Frank's expertise shone like a beacon, illuminating the paths of craftsmen past and present.
For almost the entire, well, at least for about 60 years, I have taught different forms of art, formally and informally. And I've also been an observer of the cultural scene in this country and in Europe. And things are so different now. And I'll give you a good example. I've had this studio off East Avenue for, I think, something like 22 years now. And when I first started it, because I've taught all my life, anybody that I met that was interested in learning, I do two things. I do traditional joinery, where I make traditional furniture using dovetails and mortise and tenons and all hand tools. And I carve wood into sculptures, including big ones, little ones, and everything like that. I offered every Saturday morning, anybody that wanted to come up, from 9 to noon, I would give lessons in that. People would come up, but they wanted to watch. In like 5 years of doing this, I had one guy, and he worked with his hands. He was an auto mechanic, worked on Hondas. He came up every Saturday morning and worked and got things and everything like that. Everybody else that came up, I don't want to do this. I don't want to use it. I just want to watch you do this. This is what the world is today, at least for the last 25 years. Back in the 60s and 70s, I went to RIT for woodworking and furniture design back in the late 60s and taught courses there at RIT. I moved to Pittsburgh, taught courses there.
From Pittsburgh City to Rochester's scenic shores, Frank's presence was felt. leaving an enduring legacy, a testament to the power of connections in both communities.
Mostly men, but even a lot of women in the late 60s and 70s wanted to learn how to do things. And I taught for community college for 11 years in Pittsburgh. And I taught 4 nights a week. And the class had workbenches with 20 vices. So we took 20 students. For 11 years, every single opening in the class was filled up. And there was waiting lists, hoping people would drop out or whatever. And I ran it like a boot camp. They worked hard, and they made furniture.
In shared studios and conversation, lives intertwine, forging bonds of creative and friendship beyond, filled with laughter, debate, and artistic exploration. Even as the twilight approached, Frank's creative flame brightened bright.
What I'm saying is, this part of our culture has completely disappeared. Nobody wants to work. They don't want to do things. And it has a lot to do. It has a lot to do with the internet. People switch to the internet. Oh yeah, I learned how to do this on the internet, but they didn't learn how to do it. Because again, I have this respect for you and what you're doing. If you ever wanted to come to my shop when I'm going to be working and, film and ask me things while I'm working and see what I do, that would be fine. You've opened up a dialogue just by the conversation we've had the last 5 minutes. Anytime, we'll get together. Also, the other thing, one of the reasons I didn't reply, since the first week in December, for 3 months, I've been sick most of the time.
His final masterpiece is a testament to an unyielding passion.
But for the last 5 days, it's like part of it has to do with, the great weather and everything like that. I felt better.
That's good. That's a blessing.
Since the first of the year, I hadn't done any work in my shop for almost 2 months. Right. But for the last 3 days, I've been up there working 4 or 5 hours. One of the things, 2 things I sort of got to clear here on. The first is, I don't have any ego problems. I know what I've done with my life is borders on greatness. And I know that. Mm-hmm. But I don't care if anybody else thinks about it. Right. The second thing is, you're saying people being shy. Trey, I'm not shy. I've been on screen. I've been on TV. In fact, I had a job in 1967 and 68. I came up here to go to graduate school at RIT, but I couldn't get in right away. So I worked for Kodak for a year and a half. And what I did is I wrote and produced movies. I had an education in industrial safety, and they hired me to make safety movies and film strips. And I did it, everything. Writing scripts, doing storyboards, filming it, getting Kodak had all these resources then, we'll give you an actor and an actress, and you can have this set and everything like that. So I've done that. And I've also made presentations where my lack of ego was never a problem, let me tell you. So, and shyness was never a problem.
Frank Flynn's departure leaves a silence, yet his art, stories, and love remain an eternal testament to life well lived. May his legacy inspire generations to come. Rest in peace, dear Frank. Your mastery of life's canvas will forever be etched in our hearts.